Where were you on September 11th, 2001? Most people can tell you where they were, what they were doing, who they were with, or who they were worried about. Others lost friends and family members. On 9/11, the lives of the American people were changed forever and shattered by Al-Qaeda operatives. Military members were put on high alert, and since then there has been more talk of terror and chaos than ever before. Every news station tells of the hatred occurring in the United States and around the world. Now, 14 years later, the government says that the war is over and is lessening the resolve of the American people by cutting our troops. Research shows that despite the need to maintain strong defenses in a dangerous world, harmful cuts to the military are occurring because sequestration and Department of Defense budget. No matter the threat of terror around the world, the United States military is still looking down the barrel of sequestration. Senator Chuck Hagel says that sequestration is the government reduction of the military budget in total by cutting the number of troops employed. Sequestration is also said to be the law of land in many ways, and if this continues, the U.S. military and its defenses will be devastated and defeated. If the cuts to the military become too large and the Department of Defense does not continue to train the troops in advancements arising every day, the next war the United States enters will be fatal. Not only to the military members deployed to war, but to America as a whole and the freedoms that we enjoy every day. The budget crisis in the United States has created turmoil for the military. No budget and fear of sequestration shutdown affects the armed forces and their families in many ways. This means the Department of Defense does not get paid, yet the military member has to be at work every day defending our freedom and putting their lives on the line. While they and their families suffer with past due bills, foreclosures, and uncertainty until the government decides their fate or what they believe they deserve. To bring an end to the problem of sequestration and budget problems, Congress needs to help refine the spending and stop excess spending like building new commissaries and revamping the old ones. Bringing jobs back to the troops like troops cutting the lawn instead of contractors that charge 3 times as much. In every other job in America, the employer weighs the needs and capabilities of the employee. After this evaluation, the employer decides what a fair wage is to fit the foreseen job. In the United States, a basketball player gets a multi-million-dollar contract to play a game, but the average soldier makes less than minimum wage. In the United States, every active duty soldier works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Meaning, no matter if they're at work, or if they're at home, or if they're on vacation, if they get the call, they have to respond. In the United States, the Department of Labor says since 2009, our minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Now, the average person works 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. This would equal 2,080 hours a year, times $7.25 for federal minimum wage equals $15,080 a year before taxes. Now, if they worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, this would equal 8,736 hours a year at $7.25 an hour for federal minimum wage equals $63,336 a year before taxes. Now to break this down even further, an E1 entering the military in 2015 with dependents starts out at $1,531.50 a month base pay. This is from the defense account. $1,531.50 base pay before taxes plus $1,000 if allowed to live off base. A commander can decide that for them. average of cost of living, plus the $367.92 in basic allowance for subsistence, which is your meals, equals $2,899.42. Times 12 months in a year equals $34,793.04 a year. Now, to break this down, it is divided by 365 days a year equals $95.32 a day. Divided by 24 hours in a day equals $3.97 an hour. This calculation shows $3.28 difference between the pay of an E1 soldier and minimum wage. The true view of the American soldier's pay is that he or she earns an unpaid wage to ensure the soldier who puts their life on the line to defend the American freedom and the lives of the American people get a fair wage. There is a need to stand up and take a stand to make a change, says Senator Chuck Hagel, especially with the threat of terrorism such as ISIS, the Islamic State of Iraq, and Greater Syria across the world. Research shows that despite the need to maintain strong defenses in a dangerous world, harmful cuts to the military are occurring because of sequestration and the Department of Defense budget. Between sequestration and failure to meet the minimum wage requirements for the average active duty soldier, there's a breakdown between the government and what our nation needs. It is evident that terrorism is growing in America and around the world. Now is the time to look at how the United States pays their military. And furthermore, it is also time to build the United States up to a strong force to fight against unknown terrors which lie ahead of the country in the years to come.